Hi, I'm Mike Harley, West Coast editor for Autoblog, and I'm out at the streets of Willow Springs in the high desert of Southern California with a 2014 Mercedes-Benz E63 AMG S Wagon. 4MATIC. Yes, it's all-wheel drive. Now, the reason it's different from the standard sedan is obviously it's got the cargo area in the back. What that does to the car is it adds 200 pounds, but most of that weight is over the back wheels. And the way the AMG engineers have designed it is that 33% of the power goes to the front and 67% goes to the rear. It reduces the understeer in the corners because you can send the power backwards, and it reduces the oversteer coming out of the corners because you could send the power forwards, which actually improves the way the car handles. Under the hood is a 5.5 liter twin-turbo V8 making 577 horsepower. We're going to go out and hit the track and see how much fun we can have. So it's pretty impressive to consider that I'm in a station wagon on the streets of Willow, which is a rather tight track. This is no normal station wagon though. It's got a serious amount of horsepower. That noise right there was the collision warning. It thinks I'm gonna run over the guy in front of me. You get on the gas and it just puts the power down. Every single horsepower is going to these wheels. And believe it or not, I was a little skeptical about the 4MATIC going on the E63. I figured, it's gonna ruin the character. Handling is surprisingly balanced. The 4MATIC's nice because the E63 is notorious for having oversteer if you get on the gas really, really hard. And I'm gonna punch it. I'm floored right now, and it just pulls itself around the corner. Brakes are really, really strong. Not carbon ceramics, they're iron brakes, but seem to hold the heat really, really well. I'm following a E63 AMG right now, and I'm right in this guy's tail. Of course, he's two-wheel drive. He's having problems with oversteer right now. I'm putting the power to the ground really, really well.
The E63 4MATIC is something what we are proud about. When we started the development of the 4MATIC system, we were very focused on get the agility and get a rear balanced car out of a 4MATIC system. We developed a complete new front axle. We modified the whole elastic kinematic. We modified some suspension arms on the rear axle as well. This gives us a track performance we never had with the 4x2.
You know, I just took the E63 sedan out here a few minutes ago, and believe it or not, I think the wagon is a little better balanced. I like the additional weight over my rear wheels. Obviously, 2/3 going to the back gives it a real nice rear-wheel drive driving dynamic. And also does these lovely little power slides out of the corner at the same time the front's pulling itself around, like right now. Coming out of the bull, this thing just hunkers down and flies. Seriously clawing at the pavement. You still got the oversteer, but you have the grip now, and you have the power. There was an argument, some would say that the E63 was almost too powerful for its rear-wheel drive. Now it seems to be just about perfect. I like the fact the AMG engineers have this sick sense of humor to build this car, but they still understand its mission. You know, this is a soccer mom's car, but it's kind of wicked, and I like that. So I'll be perfectly honest, I went in today expecting the E63 wagon to be kind of a big heavy beast on the track, especially in something like the streets. This is a tight course. But what really happened, what really impressed me, which was a lot of fun. I was very, very surprised at how well it performed. Every bit as good as the E63 sedan, actually. In fact, I'd go out on a limb and say that I prefer the way the wagon handles because the extra 200 pounds over the rear wheels balances the vehicle. This car is all about balance, especially when you're on a track. Of course you want big brakes, of course you want tons of horsepower, but balance is the key. That's the key to getting around the track quickly as possible, and that's what the wagon delivers. Most people would laugh off the wagon, thinking it's a family vehicle in the AMG lineup, but the truth is, this is one of the highest performing models that we've had out at the track today. This is the sleeper that's gonna knock everyone's socks off. I'm Mike Harley, West Coast editor for Autoblog.